Good afternoon. Welcome to Dave's Disney Die Hard Show, a special edition Saturday afternoon, a public feed to all my social media channels out there, all about Blizzard Beach Water Park, Disney's fifth gate. I'll explain what that means in a minute because it truly is a theme park, even though it's a water park that's been around for a long time. So today's show is going to be about the history of Blizzard Beach, and I'll talk about its features and its layout. I was just there on Monday of this week and took a lot of footage to show you guys. As I talk about the layout and the history, I'm going to show some pictures I took when I was there from a previous trip and on Monday. Then I'm going to go through some video tours of the different sections of the park. Then I'm going to end with key tips you need to know to navigate this park and emphasize why you need to spend a full day here the next time you're on Walt Disney World, because it is truly a fifth gate that's been around 26 years here at Walt Disney World. And yes, it has a chairlift. There is a ski resort in Florida. As always, when you watch my feeds, like it and share it. It really helps us out. Follow our social media. We're on Dave's Disney Today, like that, Fantastic Endeavors, and friend me on Dave W. Hartman. And follow our YouTube channel, Fantastic Endeavors. Subscribe and hit the notification bell and like the videos as you watch them. It really does help us out. Blizzard Beach Water Park. So where is this? It is just across from Coronado Springs on Lake Buenos Drive in Walt Disney World. The bus routes from Disney resorts do go there. You have to watch the timing. The resorts only open from 11 or 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And you have to keep in mind that not all resorts have buses regularly, so talk to your resort when you get there. With that said, I do want to start my pictures. And please leave a comment. Leave a comment. Have you been to Blizzard Beach? What do you think of the presentation that what I'm showing you? Do you want to go to the water park after what I'm showing you? But tell me all about it. Let me know your experience and when you were there. All right, so these are the pictures of recent trips I've been on to Blizzard Beach. The backstory is this, which is a cute backstory. So in January of 1977, a freak snowstorm hit Florida, and Disney created a ski mountain in this area that's now considered Blizzard Beach. Obviously, the Florida heat kicked in, and all the race trails and toboggan racer trails they made weren't going to work out. So they decided to make it into, they were going to close it down. It wasn't working out. They saw this ice skater mascot running down a hill and jumping into water and said, hey, we should make a theme park out of this. So they turned all the toboggan races areas and chutes into slides. They turned the mountain into Mount Gushmore, and they turned into monster water slides. And they actually made racing a key aspect of this water park. And that's why, hence the name Blizzard Beach. So what does it have when you go there? As you saw, where I'm standing at today is a chairlift. There is a chairlift ride that holds up to 3 guests. And then they have these green slope, red slope, and purple slopes broken down by different sections of the park. And I'll go through each one here. I got my cheat sheet here. And so these different pictures from different sections I'll talk about. And then when these pictures end, I do want to talk about specific things that I experienced while in the parks. I'm already getting comments. Woohoo! We'll share those in a minute. There's the chairlift. And as I do videos, I'll also describe each one when we go into them. In the top of the green area is Summit Plummet. Summit Plummet is the wedgie machine. That's what you see from the chairlift. It's a straight down chute of a warmer slide. It's crazy. A more mild one is Slush Gusher. So that one I recommend if you're not into the whole intense ride. You can carry it, by the way, you can wear water shoes, you can wear sunglasses, you can wear a hat, but you do have to hold them in your hands for like Summit Plummet, the bigger rides. Other ones you can wear them, no problem. Teamboat Springs is really cool. That is a big raft, fairly newer ride that goes in the backside of Mount Gushmore up top. So those are the 3 main rides you can take from the chairlift. When you're also on the chairlift, make sure to check out the observation deck. I got pictures coming up from the top of the chairlift, top of Mount Gushmore, and the view is amazing. You can see all 4 theme parks and all the resorts from there and just get a really idea of how much Disney property owns. Purple Slope is downhill double dipper, snow stormers, and toboggan racers. All about racing. All about racing. One's a group race. One's to toboggans down in a kind of weaving chute. And another one is just a dualies, 2-on-2 in a tube. That's really quick, really fast. The red slope has runoff rapids, which is different tube slabs, open and close. Make sure you do both. Okay, real quick, the picture that just passed, I do want to say there were these lodge umbrellas, and now we're onto the clamshell plateau, and then we're going to end with the polar patios. And as I go back live, I'll talk more about that. Clamshell plateau was a best investment ever made. When I end this show, I'll talk about how you reserve these things, and these are the polar patios. So make a mental note of these pictures I just showed you. The big umbrellas in back of the patio, that's lodge umbrellas. To me, it's not worth the money. I'll tell you why in a bit. And these are the polar patios. If you can reserve them with a group, go ahead and get them. So let's take a mental note there. We do have a comment already. Let's see. Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer, thanks for being on the show. Thanks for doing this. My daughter and I are going for the first time next month. Woohoo! All right. I went in April of 2016, and then I just went this Monday, first time in 5 years. And I have a pass. I can go all the time for free. And one of the reasons I'm doing this show is to promote the fact that they're offering pass holders and Disney Vacation Club owners $49 rate, no blackout dates. It's a $69 ticket right now in the summertime because of the blackout dates, or if you want no blackout dates. That's fantastic, Jennifer. Thank you for sharing. And also Bonnie Barnes, who helped experience with me as my producer there. And she said, I would never have dreamed there's a ski resort complete with lift chair right in the heart of Florida. I was there. It was so creative and fun. It's an amazing backstory. It's amazing. It is a theme park. And as I said, it is the fifth gate. So listen, Universal calls Volcano Bay their fifth gate. I see their third gate. Disney now has 16 parks. Typhoon Lagoon's the level park. But a trivia question for all my diehards out there. What number theme park was Blizzard Beach when it opened? What number theme park was Blizzard Beach when it opened? Hey, Kelly Padre, thanks for coming on the feed. I'm going to try to watch you guys. You come in and shout out to you as you come in. So it's a water park. There was one before it. But what number water park was Blizzard Beach? I gave you a little bit of a hint. Hey, they got the pass holder rate. That's awesome. $49 plus tax, and normally a $69 ticket in the summertime. And when you buy it, it's good until the end of the year. No blackout dates. Keep in mind, Disney only runs specials when they have to. As crowds increase this summer, they may take that away without notice. They often do. So keep that in mind. Next up, I do want to get into my video tours to keep the show rolling along. And I will introduce each one. I have a little banner for each one. And thank you again, Jennifer, for sharing that. First up, when you enter, you see the famous skater I showed you. You see these little things, and you see a ski lodge. And you have a selfie station. So this video here is the main entrance area. The first thing you can witness here. I'll show you this video. Then I got a video of the one side of the park. Then I got a video of two sides of the park. Then I go up the chairlift. Stay tuned for that. And then I end with our clamshell area, which I'm going to talk about in depth at the end. Because to me, that's a must. And you only do it same day. But you got to stick around to hear how you get this regularly. All right. First area is the entrance lodge to the Blizzard Beach Water Park. Good afternoon from Walt Disney World. David Hartman, Dave's Disney, owner of fantastic Endeavor Travel Agency. I'm here at the only ski lift, chairlift in Florida. Yes, we're at Blizzard Beach Water Park. Welcome back. And of course, every ski area has a very Swiss-looking ski lodge. And of course, you have to have a beach house because it is Blizzard Beach. The theme behind this area, if you haven't been here, is amazing. It's basically a freak snowstorm hit Florida in the 80s. There's your selfie ski photo opportunity. Oh, he's got Mickey ears on. And the freak snowstorm built a pile of snow. They built a ski resort, toboggan trails, race courses. And then, of course, Florida heat hit, started to melt. They're going to close it up, and they saw an alligator cruising down the front slope. Everyone's screaming, said, "Hey, we should build a water park here." And that's the backstory. And it is amazing if you're a skier at all or interested in skiing. It's great. There's the main quick service dining area. Everything's quick service here. And I'll tell you right now, choice of food are around. Don't just worry about this place. But this has the biggest seating under that roof right there. But there's numerous little food trucks and kiosks throughout you have to explore. When you come here, grab your seat. I recommend a clamshell or a lodge umbrella chair or even a patio if you have a group. Talk about those in a second. And here's the lazy river. Get your spot and then do a nice walk around and explore all the beer selections and the food selections at the different places. I'm going to show you a map here real quick. Lazy River goes all the way around. There's numerous stops, so keep in mind that only tubes are available at certain stops. There are floating tubes coming by. If you have a big group, you have to wait a while. You're better off walking into one of the back stops up here, which has tubes, or one of the front stops that has tubes over here. Just a quick snippet to get you guys warmed up. We'll have some more coverage here from Blizzard Beach Water Park. It reopened in March 7th, closed almost a full year. And by the way, Typhoon Lagoon, as of this airing when you see it, is still closed. More to come from Blizzard Beach. Welcome back. I make a really good point in that video is that it's the only water park open at Walt Disney World. Typhoon Lagoon is still closed, mostly because it's a monster wave pool. And a lot of touching, a lot of crashing into each other happens in that wave pool. And I think during the COVID era, that may come back later this summer as Disney's relaxing all the restrictions. We just heard yesterday, as of June 15th, masks are now optional in most areas except for transportation, monorail, Skyliner, and buses. So that's great news. Already masks are not needed in outdoor areas. Now, basically, you don't need a mask for transportation. So Disney's getting there. They'll be increasing capacity throughout the summer. They want to be at 100% by the 50th anniversary on October 1st. So keep that in mind. This is the only water park open. When you go, again, at the end, I'll cover my tips of what you need to know to navigate this park like a pro, like myself. And one of them's going to be go during the week. Don't go on a weekend. A lot of locals go. Next up, the tours continue. I do want to show you guys the kids area. And, there's different areas of the park. You do want to navigate it when you get there. And I'll tell you how the best way to do that. I'll give you the easy steps to follow. And so that was the entrance to the left in Lazy River, Cross Country Creek it's called. And then we're going to go to the right of the entrance and go toward the kids area, both young kids, young tykes, 40 inches and lower who can't do the big rides. And then there's also a teen area, which is the ski patrol training, which is so cute and so cool. In this area, I'll say we talked about Runoff Rapids. Meltaway Bay is the wave pool. You'll see in a shot coming up. Cross Country Creek, the lazy pool. Ski patrol training camp includes a leisure pool, Fahrenheit drops, freezing pipe springs, and cool runners. All different interactive things for the kids to play around. It's really neat. We'll check it out right now. David Hartman at the kids area of Blizzard Beach. These are for kids way shorter than me, 40 inches and lower. Give you a quick preview here and then show you the teen area. And also there's a major amount of food trucks over here. So excellent food selection. Love their bacon and macaroni and cheese hot dog. And of course, there's the lazy river. You must ride all the way around while you're here. Make sure you block time for that. So let's give you a quick overview of the kids area. All for little tykes, they have a separate seating area and beach for this area. It's kind of like a setback, but again, it's meant to be removed. And it's designed for 48 inches and lower. And then we head back out, we'll show you the teen area. And in front of you on the left is one of the food trucks, ice cream. And then for those adults listening to the feed, I know you're out there, different beer selections for every little booth. This is just ice cream here, like root beer floats and things. And everywhere you look, there's directions where to go. Bathroom not too far to find. Gotta love the Swiss ski lodge signing. And then over here, Avalanche is excellent. That's that hot dog I mentioned. Bacon, macaroni, and cheese. They have longboard on tap. Hey, I know that guy. And then on the left, in the orange hut right there, is a bit of ice cream, but also different beer selection, different tap selection. Beyond that, by the main lodge, is more beer selection. Miami MIA 305 Brewery is a golden ale. That's at Frozen Bites. And here is the Ski Patrol Training Camp. These are all things for the teen age kids. There's a certain weight limit here, size limit and height. And these are for the kids that want to play around and learn how to be a ski patrol guy. They have little slides, a little play area. They can go over like crossover on the netting, learn how to do like icebergs. And here's the mountain. What's left of the snow mountain. And there on the left is the only chairlift in Florida. Another section of Blizzard Beach you must check out while you're here. Give you a better view of the chairlift before you head out from the bottom. We already showed you from up top. Look at that, gorgeous. And back to the show. Yes, there is a chairlift in Florida. And stay tuned next. We're going to take you on the ride of the chairlift. We're actually going to ride the chairlift. I took video of riding this awesome chairlift behind me because this is the only chairlift in Florida I know of, and it takes you to Mount Gushmore, the only ski resort in Florida, Blizzard Beach Resort in Walt Disney World, right near Coronado Springs on Lake Winston Drive. If you get a park hopper ticket or you get a theme park pass with parks and more, that's included, or a separate ticket is normally $69. Now a special $49 if you're a pass holder or a Disney Vacation Club member. And please take advantage of that. And that special will not last soon. Our friend Peggy, that Bonnie worked with growing up in Jacksonville, says Blizzard Beach, so fun. I agree. And we were blown away on Monday. I spent half a day there and 5 years ago. This time I really spent the whole day, and it was just amazing. Peggy, we couldn't agree more. Thank you very much. And yes, please leave a comment. Wherever you're watching this, all the comments show here, and I could answer your question on the show and showcase your comments. So please let me know what you think of Blizzard Beach. Thanks, Peggy. Yes, I agree. It is so much fun. Next up, we are going on this chairlift. That's right. Stay tuned for the tour of the chairlift going up Mount Gushmore at Blizzard Beach Resort in Walt Disney World. Blizzard Beach, we're on the only chairlift in Florida. Check it out. Heading to the top of the mountain where the best water slides are. You saw a guy just launch up there. Way up top. With David Hartman checking in from Blizzard Beach, showing you what this place is all about. The ski mountain theme is ridiculous. It is so funny, and it works. And it's not just about the theming, it's about the awesome rides that are here. And for you intense lovers, the biggest rides right up top. The highest little roof there above the chairlift line. That's going to be your main ride. The Gusher. To the right is the team play area. The Ski Patrol Training Camp. And actually right up top, almost to the top, is a gondola. Check that out. Probably for handicap accessible people. There comes somebody. Woo! We'll show you in a minute. There's an amazing view from up top. That porch right below the ski lift building, the lift tower building, is a porch with scenic views you can take pictures at. Here comes somebody. Go about 60 miles an hour. There's a better view of the team play area. They also have a kids under 48-inch play area called Tykes Peak. And there's the Ski Patrol training, which is hilarious. The sign there is that adults have to be accompanied by a kid. And the chairlift continues. We're getting off soon. We will see you up top. How cool is that? I highly recommend riding that chairlift early when you do arrive. It does hold up to 3 guests, and it is the way to go to get up to the top of Mount Gushmore, where there are 3 key rides Summit Plummet, which is the big fast one that comes straight down. That's the wedgie machine, I call it, or the nasal wash. Slusher Gusher is the more roving one. And the one you can see there on the back is this big tube made up for 6 people. It's called Teamboat Springs, big family fun ride. I actually held my t-shirt, my phone on that ride, no problem. That one's very easy. The other two are a little more intense. Summit Plummet's one of the fastest water slides in the world, like 3rd tallest in the world, one of the fastest, 60 miles an hour. A Slusher Gusher, make sure I got that name right, is a little less, more easy, about 30 miles per hour. And it's Slush Gusher, it's called. As we navigate around the park, I next want to show you a different area of the park from the view from the top. You get off the chairlift. There's rides there. You go left past the entrance to your Summit Plummet, which is actually you have to walk up farther by stairs, by the way. Slusher Gusher is not much of a line normally, and that's right there. Walk past that to your left and go to the observation deck and check out the amazing view, which I gave you a hint of in a panoramic photo on the photo gallery. And definitely, go up there. You can bring your camera. You can keep your phone in your pocket. They want everything tethered, but you can't wear loose clothing. You can wear a hat. You can go up there and hang out and either take Teamboat Springs down or walk the stairs back down. The chairlift, by the way, is one way. And remember, I referenced the gondola. That is in use for handicap accessible people who do want to get up there. And there are ways they can do the rides. There are ramps down to some of the ride starts, which is very cool. Disney did that, made it very ADA compliant. So check out the view from the top of Blizzard Beach and try to recognize all the big buildings in the distance, all the theme parks and all the hotels. Almost all the hotels are viewed from the top of Mount Gushmore. Here at the top of Blizzard Beach, at the observation tower at the top of the chairlift. You can see all of Walt Disney World from here and get an idea of how much real estate they own and all the green in between. To your left side here is Grand Destino in Coronado Springs. In the middle, Swan and Dolphin, and the Swan Reserve almost built. And that big red pink building, of course, the tower chair behind that is the Aerosmith Coaster Ride building. And then there's the World Marriott behind that. Distance here is My Resort, Caribbean Beach Resort. I know because those yellow buildings behind it. There's the Wyndham Grand Vacation area. And then the Hilton and Waldorf Astoria behind that. And then off to the right will be ESPN Wildwood Sports. So we're facing a different direction. Magic Kingdom will be way out to the left, so we can't see that. But there is the wave pool. You can see our clamshells in the distance here. I'll zoom in. That's where we are right now. $115 plus tax. Well worth it. It's yours all day. One of 6 clamshells, but now 4 during COVID. And that's your private little patio for up to 4 people. We're here under the Gusher and the Summit Plummet, the top slides here on the campus. And here's a better view of the ski patrol training area for the teenagers. And any good resort would, of course, have skis up top. I'll give you a better view of the gondola line. Oh, I even love the ski lodge theming. That's awesome. Here comes the chairlift. And then right down below us, will be someone any minute now coming down the Summit Plummet. The fastest, biggest water slide here. Let you guys enjoy the view a little more. And I tell you, it's worth it for the trip alone. And the slides on the left here are also part of the kind of teen area. Here comes somebody. We're doing that next. Everything to the right of our little clamshell area is the wave pool. That's the main area where we want to sit. Come in early, grab chairs. Today's not crowded at all, but during a hot summer day on the weekend, it's going to be packed early. Get here before the opening time and grab a seat where you can. They have lockers for rent and plenty of food and beverage available. Back at you soon. How cool is that view? I mean, that's awesome. Look all you can see. I mean, Tower of Terror is right there, Grand Destino Tower. You can't see Epcot ball, but you can see parts of Epcot because the ball's behind one of the hotels. I mean, on some of the views, you can actually see the Magic Kingdom Castle, which is way like 6 miles from there. To me, that's worth alone to see that view. Again, make sure you bring a camera to do that, which you cannot bring on those amazing Summit Plummet. You see how fast you go, 60 miles an hour. It's intense. Or Slush Gusher, the more wavy one that was in the view there on the chairlift. you can take the phone on the Teamboat Springs. So keep that in mind that, and I'll tell you at the end how to navigate the parks, how to best do this. And stay tuned for that. You got to tune in to hear the tips. People join on, as always, if you join late, when this goes to recording, rewind it and watch the whole thing. Had some great footage to start out the show. Going to come some tips at the end of the show, how to navigate Blizzard Beach. Thank you, Leslie Wiseman, for being here. How's Teddy, my youngest fan, a few months old? And Cherie, my friend Cherie's on. Hey, Cherie, how's it going? And also welcome again, Kelly Padra. Appreciate the comments so far. Keep the comments coming. Have you been to Blizzard Beach? Have you been to any Disney water parks? And what number is Blizzard Beach? Come on, Leslie, you're the trivia amazing. What number, when this opened in April 1st, 1995, the snowstorm was in the 70s. This was opened in May. Over 26 years old. What number water park was it on Disney property? The answer is very surprising. Okay, moving on to the videos. Got one more left because I do want to talk about a few things I had mentioned before. So when you can rent from Disney, you can rent these lodge umbrellas, or you can rent these polar patios. And when I end this show, I'll talk about the timing, how you can rent those. But something first come, first serve. I went in the beach house, which is the retail building you walk in on your left, right by the front gate. There's only one front gate of Blizzard Beach. I walk in there, said, no, we don't have any lodge umbrellas left. They're $70. To me, it's overpriced. You get like one for two people, you get one umbrella, two chairs, and some towels. So we do have a clamshell available. It seats two, has two chairs. You have the four people. And it was $120, $122. And I'm like, it was awesome. Most because the location. So when I show you this video, we had this whole plateau that I'm standing on filming to ourselves with only 3 other clamshells. And there's maybe 2 people in each of those other clamshells. And that was our private venue for the day. Totally safe because no one's in there. We just hid our stuff in our clamshell. The polar patios have a locker. That's a whole different story. I'll talk about those. But the clamshells are awesome. So this is the last video I have for you guys right now. This is a tour of the plateau right by Meltaway Bay, the little wave pool. You'll get a good view of that. And everything in this plateau I show you is private, just for the 4 groups that rent these clamshells, maximum 4 people per clamshell. Check it out right now. At Blizzard Beach, David Hartman, Dave's Disney. Showing you off the wave pool, the main hangout area here. Much smaller than Typhoon Lagoon's wave pool, but Typhoon Lagoon doesn't have a chairlift, and this mountain does. A perfect summer ski destination. We're hanging on the plateau of the clamshells. Talk about safety. Check out all the different lifeguards here. Across the way, across left, right here. Doing their job. They're the militants to protect the kids. And there is the summit plunge way up top there. We conquered the summit plunge. Either it's a wedgie machine or a nasal wash, whatever you want to call it. It's awesome. We're going to show you around the clamshell here in a minute. I have to show you off the rest of this area. 0 entry. There is the funnel cake cotton candy hut. Every mom's favorite. Joffrey's. Then all the other roofs you see are little lean-tos that cover chairs. Those are wide open. Behind those are patios, all in Lazy River. And those are for rent. Those are awesome. 6 people. And I'll post some pictures here. We're going to show in a second. And you get coverings, you get towels, you get service. It's awesome. Warming hut is normally quick service, closed right now. As they get more capacity, they'll increase. And this is the best place to hang out. When you come into Blizzard Beach, get here before opening, come and get a chair on this area. Plus, you want in the shade and then leave it for your hangout all day. Don't bring too many valuables. Now I'll show you the clamshell area behind us. We're on this little plateau. Someone just left, so I'm going to show off their clamshell. So for $115 plus tax, pre-reserved, there's only 6 of them. And there's only 4 right now due to COVID. We got the last one today, really impromptu. I did some blog research on bloggers out there. Some of those bloggers got to update their freaking stuff. I got to tell you right now, I'm not a blogger, I'm a true blogger. I'm a video blogger. You guys know that. Here's a better view. And check this out. Got our own tree here. Look at that tree. Looks like Liberty Tree from Liberty Square. Maybe Walt Disney found that one too. And that's our view. And this is just for us. How? We have a wristband right there, number 6 on it. That's our cabana, call it. And you can get way back in those woods the umbrella chairs for $70, which is way overpriced to me. We're gonna be here in the clamshell area for $115, up to 4 people, and privacy, security. Don't have to rent a locker because there's no one back here, so your stuff is safe. It's awesome, and no one's been monitoring this, but probably bring some more people if you want. But this is great. So that's our clamshell area, and now we're back to the show. That's a home run. And keep in mind, those are first come, first serve. You cannot book those through recreation phone number, which is the only way you can book the 2 things available to rent at Blizzard Beach. So here's how I view it. If you got a group, get a polar patio. The pricing showed 2 different types. If you have a bigger group, there's a deluxe version, which is more amenities. It's like $375. And then the lesser version is $325. Sounds like a lot of money, but you have it all day. They have a locker. They have some type of service, I believe. I mean, it's your own paradise. And request the numbers like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right in the lazy river, right by the chairlift, right by bathrooms, right by a lot of food and beverage locations that to me are the favorite. The other one's the lodge umbrellas. They're very removed from everything else. We actually didn't have a good picture of it because I never went back there. That's how far removed it was. I don't recommend those. The blogger I criticize about, by the way, wherever you're watching this, all prices subject to change. And it was $50 on this blog. I looked it up because Disney didn't post prices. It was $70 when I got there. I'm like, God. Well, we do have a clamshell. And then when I called the recreation number, I found out later to reserve a polo patio, and they were sold out for the date I wanted. They said, oh yeah, clamshells are only first come, first serve at the beach house. Beach House, Haus, right in the left when you walk in. So that leads into how we're going to talk about how to navigate Blizzard Beach. As always, I don't just give you an overview of a place, but I give you my insights, my intel to travel this destination like a pro. So stay tuned. First off, pre-purchase your ticket, especially if you're an annual pass holder of any type, even silver or above, or Disney Vacation Club. Again, $489. Tickets right now in the summer are $69 because summer is blacked out. So that's a bargain. Disney does not give away something unless they need to, and that means attendance is down. Pre-book your polo patio or your lodge umbrella. Again, I don't recommend the lodge umbrella, but if you do want a secure place, you don't mind being removed for $70, it's a decent value. I didn't care. I think at $50, it's a push. 70, too much money. Don't recommend it, but go online and check them out and, judge for yourself. Call at that max 60-day window on the day you plan to go, because those polar patios, there's only 20 of them, and they do sell out, as I just found out. Greg Vitarelli just joined the show. Greg's in the house. What's up, man? Hey, Greg. You been to Disney lately? Next, arrive early, go to Beach House and get a cabana if you didn't pre-order a lodge umbrella, which is yours if you pre-order, arrive when you want, or a polar patio. Those are available as soon as you get to the park or whenever you get to the park. But keep in mind, you can request the location that gate guarantee it. If you want a certain location of the polar patio, especially, get there early. Park opens at normally 11 o'clock during the weekend, 10 o'clock on weekends. But that varies now due to COVID. Again, it's the only theme park available. And a quick shout out to Leslie Wiseman. She did get the trivia question right. Since we're talking about only theme park being open, yes. Blizzard Beach was the 3rd theme park opened at Disney. They actually were 3 open at the same time in the mid-90s until 2001. And then she said her son, Teddy, my youngest fan, will be ready for water parks in a couple of years. I'll be ready for Lazy River and cocktails. Yes, the Cross Country Creek is awesome. Love the Lazy River. Highly recommend it. Thank you, Leslie. Follow-up question. What was the 3rd one? Typhoon Lagoon, Blizzard Beach, but there was one early one, which closed in 2001, mostly because they had 2 other water parks and because of September 11th killed theme park traffic for a while. What was the original Walt Disney World water park? Come on. I know you know it, Leslie. Congrats, Leslie, on getting the question. So arrive early for a lot of reasons. To get the key spot you want, to get a clamshell because they're first come, first serve. And if you're not renting anything, which is fine, there are plenty of good chairs available, especially on a weekend. They go fast. And you want to be by Meltaway Bay, which is go in, go past the ski lodge, stay to the left, go over the bridge and go down. There's covered areas in back, almost like rain shelters, or there's areas by the water that are more popular but more sun. So take your pick depending on your preference. So keep that in mind. So you have choices. Whatever it is, make sure you pre-book if you're going to pre-book a Polar Patio, because they are never available day of. Now, once you're set up and wherever you are, a Polar Patio, a clamshell, a lodge umbrella, or just a first come, first serve seat, the rest of the park is first come, first serve, and they have seats all over the park, even by the Tykes Peak, where the kids park, they have seating too that's kind of more removed. We found along the lazy river, we found seating that must be there for the really busy days. They were nowhere near anything except for some rides, but it was quiet back there. But that lazy river is 3,000 feet, cross-country creek, goes around the whole park, takes about 20 minutes. You got to make sure to do it and do the whole thing. Remember your stop. You can always ask the lifeguard, said, hey, I got in by this structure, and get out by your stop. It's fantastic. Sit down wherever you are, first come, first serve seat or a rental. First thing you're going to do is take your camera, take your cell phone, your camera, and walk the park, take some pictures, enjoy it. Find out where the lockers are, find out where the different bathrooms are. Check out each and every food booth and make a mental note or take pictures of the menu and note the beer selection and the food selection. They vary. There was a little booth by us. I got them all right here. Called Polar Bites, the Polar Pub. Their beer selection was different than Avalanche, which is down by, we were on Meltaway Bay, which is left of the main entrance. Right of the main entrance was Avalanche, which is near the ski patrol training area. Totally different beer selection there. And across from that was another eatery, LC Expeditions. And these food trucks actually look like old ski patrol trucks. It was awesome. That had a different beer selection, not as much food. I highly recommend Avalanche for the mac and cheese bacon hot dog. Whoa, so good. I had 2 of them. And it's worth the price. Laudable Lounge is their ski lodge. Looks very big, but all it is a big quick service area. Very limited beer selection. And that's where the pizza's at. So do your reconnaissance first. Mobile menus don't really help. Take some pictures of the menus. If you have kids, figure out what they like, what they get, and when you want to get it. Mobile ordering's available, but not required. And again, it's outdoors, no mask required, and masks are going away at Disney. But you want to know where the bathrooms are, want to know where the food is, want to know where the lockers are. Lockers only needed if no one's going to watch your stuff. If you're not in a private rental area, then please use a locker, because unfortunately it's a tourist area and crime does happen. I kept turning my Caribbean beach bag backwards going, it's a souvenir. In other words, Disney fans are loyal to a fall. They see something with a Disney name on it, it may disappear on you. Hate to say it, but it happens. All right, moving on, my tips. Ride the chairlift early. Okay, so ride the chairlift early. Why? Because it's right in the middle of the park. It's very popular, and it goes up to the most popular rides, especially for thrill people, which is the adolescent kids and the families and the young adults, most of who goes to the park. It's a long walk up these stairs to get to the top of Mount Gushmore. So you want to get on the chairlift early, get that view in, and then ride Teamboat Springs down, put your stuff away, get on it again, ride it back up, and then do your summit plummet and go back for Slush Gush if you want to do that too, or mix it up and get those 3 rides in right away, because those do back up. Keep in mind, there's a line for the chairlift, then there's line up top for the rides. We had to wait a good 15 minutes to walk up even higher on the chairlift area and a tower above that to get on Summit Plummet, because it's so high and so steep to get 60-mile-an-hour speeds. So those are my main tips, is make sure you pre-purchase your tickets, because there are only 2 ticket kiosks out front, and there's always a line when I go to these places. Typhoon Lagoon or on Blizzard Beach, there's always a line. You're just killing time waiting to buy a ticket. Pre-buy it. It takes a few seconds online, and you have to pre-buy it to get that pass holder special. And that way you're also guaranteed in the park. If it's a crowded day, they may cut ticket sales, because, again, there's still limited capacity. Whatever Disney's has open for a gate, this is the 5th gate, they're going to have limited capacity. Pre-book your Polo Patio or your lodge umbrella. Again, I don't recommend lodge umbrella, but if that fits you and 2 people, then great. Arrive early, go right to Beach House, get your clamshell if you didn't rent something else, or go to your chair by Meltaway Bay. I think that's the best place to be. And then go ahead and explore the park. Check out the food stations, take your pictures, get up top, get that out of the way, come back, get in all your soup, bring water shoes, sunglasses, suntan lotion, obviously. Bring a hat if you're hat sensitive. I am. Bring a hat that's an easy throwaway. I have a hat that's actually waterproof I use for skiing. And then you can just hold down the ride. I held my water shoes and my sunglasses, my hat right here when I went down. Woo, the wedgie machine. And then ride that chairlift early and get down those roads early and then just relax and enjoy. A lot of our time was spent in the clamshell, just hanging out, taking pictures. And obviously I did a lot of footage for you guys. So, Jennifer is still on the show, watching the whole show. She nailed it. Yes. Jennifer, you're the bomb. The first water park, check out on YouTube, just River Country. And I mean, this was part of Fort Wilderness. I had friends that actually went to Fort Wilderness. That's where the gate was. The original ticket gate was there until recently, until they started building this new hotel that's now been installed called the Reflections of Riverside Resort. And that ticket booth was part of the Mickey's Barbecue. So from 1975, I want to say, if you know the year, Jennifer, put it in the chat, 1975 till 2001. I know why it closed. I mean, they were probably already considering closing it because they already had two other water parks doing over 2 million people a year. So it just made sense to close it. You know, when Disney closes something, there's people, before they demolish it, fairly recently, guys would explore and find like ticket cards and signs still up and punch cards for the time. Because when Disney shuts stuff down, they just shut stuff down. They don't want to pay money to demolish it until they have to. So when they finally decided to build Reflections, another DVC/hotel property, right adjacent to Fort Wilderness Pioneer Hall, they actually finally did demolish River Country. So for many years it sat there. You could look in over a gate. Some guys did explore it, but not me. But Jennifer, that's awesome. Great job. So those are my tips. That's how you navigate Blizzard Beach. It's really important to get that spot you want to sit in. It's really important to get there early no matter what you're doing. Because again, if you pre-rent something, you may not get the location you want. There were some polar patios that are better than others. The ones like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are right there, right at the intersection of a bathroom, multiple food trucks, chairlift. I mean, a little more out in the open, some are more well hidden, but just take a look online. A lot of bloggers out there have the locations of these polar patios, and you can even see on a map. Disney doesn't have it, but some bloggers do. And when you call in, request the one that you want. Just say, hey, near chairlift. And then when you arrive, get there early and say, hey, I want this patio, and see if they give it to you. Clamshells again, first come, first serve, $115 plus tax. Well worth the money if you plan on spending all day there. They are first come, first serve. The Beach House, only 4 of them available. But because they're first come, first serve, and only the diehards like you guys watching shows like this, no one really knows about them. Those were chairs before. I had pictures from 2016 I didn't use today in my photo gallery at the beginning of the show. So make sure you watch the whole thing if you just came on. And it was much different. It was just chairs in there. Now it's just the 4 clamshells. So first come, first serve. Check that out. And as always, ride everything early, sit back, enjoy, and take in all the rides. Appreciate you guys being on today. Thank you, Peggy, Leslie, Jennifer, for all the comments and questions. Leslie and Jennifer, you got the trivia right. Appreciate that. I highly recommend Blizzard Beach because to me, it truly is the 5th gate at Walt Disney World. It is a theme park. It is a truly themed resort. In the ranking of theme parks, number 1 in the world is someplace in China, of course. Number 2 in the world is Typhoon Lagoon, over 2.2 million people a year. And Blizzard Beach is number 3 at almost 2 million people a year. Typhoon Lagoon has the monster wave pool. The theming's okay, but the rides are very similar besides the wave pool. That's a 6-foot constant monster wave pool. Look at a map. It takes up the whole thing. That's the big draw there. But the theming-wise is kind of like, eh. But if you're really trying the Disney theming and what the Imagineers doing their brilliance, check out Blizzard Beach. To me, it's more diversity, more ways to navigate and get around the park than Typhoon Lagoon, which is really all about the big wave pool. I appreciate you guys being on. For those of you who like to go off world, When you're at Walt Disney World, I'm doing a show tomorrow on my Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show. I'll stream it on where you're watching it right now because it is Disney related. 1 hour south of Walt Disney World is Bach Tower Gardens, an historic conservancy, been there since 1929. And this is a very special place I just checked out last weekend. And I built a show for you guys to share a special place that's great to do on your way home if you live in South Florida, or a nice day trip to get away from Walt Disney World. Check it out tomorrow, 5 o'clock, right here on these channels. My Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show. We will see you guys then. As always, if you're watching this on recording, please like it and comment and share it. It really helps me out. And follow our social media and our Fantastic Endeavors YouTube channel. You guys have a fantastic weekend.